is something crazy to think about. This guy, Justin Herbert, he's fighting for his paycheck, dude. He got a good paycheck. He's fighting for his paycheck. And I think that's what's driving people so crazy about this NFL stuff. Because if you were to really look at it, rather than, try and make a bunch of excuses and try and say, oh, the Lions defense, trying to say stuff like that probably wouldn't be the case. You see, the case that's actually crazy is if you think about this year, the Lions beat Patrick Mahomes and beat Justin Herbert. And when I hear like the stupid arguments, man, I hear like the dumb Kansas City, they exist somewhere. A lot of things exist somewhere. But Patrick Mahomes was running a 4 wide receiver out, and he was doing that for speed, And Justin Herbert went for his thing where he just, doesn't play good one week, and then the next week he plays really good. So if you're like actually like looking for, like research and info, just like stuff that's out of there, you might want to pay attention to the Lions. They have some kind of adaptation, and whatever adaptation it is, they're figuring it out. I think it's pretty crazy. I think it's just so crazy. Out of all the quarterbacks I was like looking at on like not just the Lions schedule, but every quarterback that you like look in the NFL, Justin Herbert's definitely one of the top quarterbacks. And it's Justin Herbert's like, he's like Matthew Stafford, but like a little bit better, just a little bit better. Cause he's a little bit better than Matthew Stafford. Cause what he does is he works with all of his weapons, every single weapon that's out on the field, and he like generates this crazy offense. And when this offense comes out on the field, either you prepare or you don't prepare, And I think that's what's making people lose their minds a little bit right now. It's pretty accurate. You're not really gonna net in a good quarterback that has a good passing attack. You're not gonna get a quarterback like that. It's really hard to do actually now, and it gets scarce. That's kind of why you saw like the odd moments. You saw the odd moments with Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott. But that's why we should just take kind of like a breather and kind of like look at this, just look at this as a whole. I was shook by the Lions coming into this year, because I was like, oh, they're not gonna have Quintus Cephas, right? And that's the thing about football. You have to look at both sides of the football field. You have to look at the offense and the defense as much as you just want to look at the defense against the Chargers. You need to look at the offense and how the offense is operating, how the offense is structured around. And it's crazy. With no Vati, you almost would have you'd have this presence in your head to think that, the Chargers defense, they're a very angry defense, and they handled a really angry defense, which is very hard to do. And I don't underestimate the Chargers defense at all, because last year is when you had a chance to underestimate them. This year, it's stay on the team kind of thing for the Chargers, Are you going to stay on the team? Da-da-da-da-da. And they've shown you their bright spots of their defense. And I know people are lost for words seeing it. I mean, you're pretty much lost for words just seeing everything come together like this. But you have to drain the fanboyism out of you. You have to take all that fanboyism and you have to shoot it out of you. You just have to take every bit of it out of you. And that's how you end up seeing a football team. You really got to be critical on yourself too. Cause if you're just like critical, man, like the Justin Herbert thing too. The thing that I like about Justin Herbert is he's just hard to read. Matthew Stafford, you could kind of read him, but like with Justin Herbert, you just can't read this guy. It's kind of like the Patrick Mahomes scenario, when Patrick Mahomes is just down the field and he keeps scoring on you and you just don't know how to stop him. There's the it's kind of like the bracket that you look at. Think about all the games I've chose this year. I've chose Jalen Hurts just to go out there and win. I've predicted a lot of his wins, and the the new quarterbacks just make it very hard, dude. They make it very hard, but they should make it a little bit easier for people to see. With something like CJ Stroud, you should be able to see it.